Welcome back to Rockin' Ron Garage. It's been a little while since I did a video, a couple weeks. The last one was a trunk video. Now we're going to move on to the interior of the car. The floor pans to be exact. This car had two new floor pans put in it, two sections. They welded them in real good. It didn't finish it up. They didn't clean up the welds the best they could. It's not been primed, it's not been seam sealed. So we're going to get in here and we're going to do all that. Get it all cleaned up and ready for paint. Maybe even paint it with some chassis black or some flat black or semi-gloss. Haven't decided yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And get it all cleaned up and ready for interior. I'm going to throw some blankets over the doors, on the dash, door. Already got one on the back dash. Keep the sparks down to a minimum and get this thing one step closer to going back together. It's just something I don't care to do, but it's just part of the process. I had to do it on the Maverick. I had to do a lot more over there on the Maverick. Poor Maverick. So let's get into it and get her done. I gotta get some stuff out of the way. Garage is a mess. Sorry about the noise from the heater, but gotta have it. It's really, really cold out right now. I'm gonna take a couple of these moving blankets, knock it off, and cover up stuff. Just in case sparks fly and get into places they shouldn't be. Keeps it off the glass, because you know what sparks and glass do. They don't mix. Okay, that's good on that one. I got to get some lighting set up in here. Get it nice and bright. Maybe put you guys up on the back dash where the speakers go. Shoot it downward so you can really see, because I'll be working from both sides and maybe inside if I can't reach. So let me get that set up while you guys watch. Here I am putting the blankets over the doors to stop the sparks from getting into the window. Sparks and glass don't mix. Now I'll grab a few lights, strategically put them in, shooting across, down, over, just to brighten it up because it's really dingy right now. These are the lights I always use. Every time you guys see them, they're shining in your face. But just DeWalt style, just generic, get them off Amazon. They work pretty good. Let me get them set up. Put them on both sides. Yeah, that lights it up. Come check it out. Gotta make sure you guys can see. How's that? It looks good. I'll fix that blanket over there. So I'm gonna put you guys up in there and hopefully you get a good bird's eye view. That's good. Nope. Let's try that. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Here's where I go around grinding all the welds they didn't finish when they installed the floor pans. It's just pretty tedious work, so I just fast forward right through it. Knock it down. It's all going to be covered up with seam sealer. So I'm just knocking off the high spots to try to blend it in the best I can. It's a pretty tedious and noisy job, so I'll just blow right through it and make it look easy. I got out the contour tool, got out the sander with some 80 grit, knocking down all the surface rust that accumulated when they finished with the pans and just left it sit. It had some little bit of primer on there when I got it, but I figured I'd knock it down, make the new stuff stick, clean it up, you know, just normal stuff that you do. You got to make that new paint stick, don't you? So I'm just going to keep hitting it with 80, changing it, wiping it, checking it all out. It looks good. It really does. It's just, this is the part of the leg work that has to be done. I sped this up a lot faster because it's just repetitive sanding. It's really kind of hard to get down into those cracks and crevices. That sander does a really good job. It's a DeWalt. It gets into some pretty good spots. Pretty maneuverable. 5-inch discs, 80 grit, of course, like I said. Just a bunch of elbow grease and leg work. That's what it takes to do this. I used the contour tool for a little bit. It covers so quickly. Flat surfaces mainly, a little bit of curve. It can't get into the jams though. Now I'm just checking it out. I'm going to wire wheel it after I use this contour tool. Get all the nooks and crannies. Get it blowed out, wiped down, and primer. All right. I got the whole front part of it sanded, ready for etch prime. The wire wheel probably did the best, but it throws so much shrapnel around, it's crazy. When I come back, I'll do the back part of it over here. The seat pans, we'll call them, rear seat pans. And we'll be ready for the first coat of primer, some etch primer. Got her cleaned up. Might hit her with some rust preventative spray, whatever you call it. So that's it for this session. Here's the hole when I had you guys put up on that back dash panel to make sure it was recording. We're getting it. It's a lot of work cleaning it up because it's sat for so long. So let's just do our thing, keep going, and make it happen. God, I'm so dirty, sweaty. Got those needles all over me from that wire wheel flying around. But we're getting it. One step at a time. Stay tuned. Rockin' Ron Garage. Like and subscribe. What I'm going to do now is go to the back. Do where the back seats go. And that part's done. The floor should be done being sanded. Then I'll wipe it down. Blow it out, wipe it down, maybe even vacuum it out. Probably take some acetone or alcohol and get it all cleaned out, wiped out. Then I'll seam seal. I'm kind of jammed in right here. As you can see, there's the Maverick. Got something going on over there on the other side of the garage. I needed the space. You'll see real soon. But we're gonna go ahead and get down to business. I'll unhook the mic so you don't have to hear it, and then turn it back on as I need it. All right, here we go. Let me get my lights set up. This is just some of the same repetitive stuff. Get it all cleaned up. I'm doing all wire wheel now. It works so much better with all them brackets in the way and the curves. I got the mask on to protect my face. Got a vacuum running to suck out all the dust. You can probably see it flying. Cleaning up the wheel. Okay. We got it wire wheeled down in the back now. I'm going to blow it out, vacuum it out, wipe it down, hit it with a seam sealer, then I'm going to hit it with some rust encapsulator. So, here we go again. Quick vacuum to get it all cleaned up. Quick wipe down that you're not going to see. I'm going to adjust the camera and throw down this seam sealer and all the seams. I'm just going to zip right through it because it doesn't take very much effort to do it. You don't need to know a lot. Just put it on thin, put a brush over the top of it. Try to smooth it the best you can. Make sure you cover up the whole seam so no moisture can get in there and rust from the inside. I had it coming out pretty thin, so it was going slow. We got through it. I took a small 3/4 inch wide brush, trimmed it down to where it's real stiff. The bristles were real stiff. Made it easier to push that seam sealer around. Wasn't that hard. I should have opened up the tip on the seam sealer itself to put out more material faster, and it wouldn't have really took this long to do it. You got to do it. You cannot leave those seams open like that, because that moisture will creep right in there and rot it out. You'll be doing these floor pans again. I went ahead and sped up the camera, the time-lapse version, a little bit faster, because we've seen this. So I'm just going to blow right through it, make it look like I'm just the fastest worker in the world. Switch camera views, seam seal, brush it. I am a regular Picasso. Just whipping right through it. Now I'm going to do this side with a different camera view. Here it is. Seam sealed enough for the pans they put in. Yep. Now I'll hit it with the rust encapsulator. Any way it goes, we got to top coat it. So stay tuned. Now it's time to put the paint on it. We got some Duplicolor rust barrier we're going to put on there. And see how that comes out. And go from there. I got it all seam sealed, got it all cleaned up. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. Been blowed out and wiped. Let's do it. This is the first time I've ever used this Duplicolor rust barrier. It went on pretty good. A little thinner than I would hope, but it calls for 2 coats, what it says on the directions. I only had enough. I bought 2 cans, put a nice little thin coat on it. I didn't really want to overdo it. You never know, someday you might be taking it back off. Well, it covered okay. I just kept spraying and getting it. Just a real light cover coat, just to protect that metal. I ended up getting the second can. Adding to it. 2 cans was enough. It did a pretty good job. I can't knock it. Covered it really good. I had to make sure I got into all the cracks and crevices. They laid out okay. I'm happy with them. All right. We got the rust barrier stuff sprayed in there. It took pretty much 2 cans. It says to do a second coat. I don't have enough. Good enough. But I am going to top coat it with the Turbo Can Rust Oleum gloss black. I got it. Might as well use it. I got probably 30 paints in my cabinet. Engine enamel to you name it. Tractor paint, truck paint. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, on that interior, because it's just going to get covered. I got bed armor. I got Raptor paint in the back. I got all kinds of stuff. So I believe I'm just going to hit it with that Rust Oleum Turbo Can. Right now I'm letting it tack up real good, because I ain't going to be able to crawl in there if it's still tacky. It says it takes about 30 minutes to dry before you top coat it, so we go with the Turbo Can Rust Oleum. It sprays such a wide pattern. Look at the flow. That has to be a 12 to 14 inch wide pattern. It covered so fast and so thorough and so good, I could not believe it. It goes through the can pretty fast, but man, does it really cover. It is a wide pattern. So I just laid it on. Well, that's part 2 of the video of the Mustang Mach 1 build. Come out pretty good, just like the trunk did. Like I said, we're going to do the engine compartment next. A lot of detailing, a lot of cleanup, a lot of paint, but we're getting it. I just want to say thank you all, because I have 500 subscribers now. That's what I wanted. Let's go for 1,000. I appreciate everybody tuning in to watch me, to check out the builds, you know, my little hobby. And we'll grow together. We'll do more. We got a Model A. We got a 67 Firebird. We still got the 64 Galaxy. Maverick sitting right there. New additions to the garage. Hopefully this is entertaining to you all. And we keep growing and growing and growing to where I can do this full time. That would be great. I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. 2025 is looking so good. Let's get after it. Let's get some projects done, get some new projects in. Maybe do a few giveaways. You never know. Might give something away. Might give a car away. Yeah. You just never know. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Comment. Hit the notification bell. Talk to me. Reach out. I'm here. Rockin' Ron Garage. There it is. Let's get her done. Thank you.